Let us be clear. Ms. Albanese's report is not about human rights. It is not about peace. For years, Ms. Albanese has spread anti-Semitic rhetoric and blood libels. She had exploited her elevated UN position to spread hate. She has defended terrorists and shown an ambiguous and vile contempt for Israel, the United States, and the West. When Hamas are your biggest supporters, you are not standing for peace. You are standing for terror. The truth is that this shameful report is one-sided and lacks credible legal or factual foundation. She has taken the word genocide, born from the ashes of the Holocaust, and turned it into a weapon, not to defend victims of history, but to attack them. We agree, those who promote genocide must face justice. That is why we stand against Hamas, the terrorist organization with real genocidal intent. Yet this report makes no mention of Hamas's atrocities, no reference to the October 7th massacre, no reference to the torture of Israeli hostages, no reference to Hamas's public executions of Gazans. By erasing Hamas and its crimes from her report, Ms. Albanese hides the truth, defends the terrorists, and blames the victims. She calls convicted terrorists, murderers, and rapists Palestinian hostages, equating them with the innocent Israeli hostages held in Hamas's terror tunnels. Ms. Albanese, every time you try to curse Israel with falsehood and libels, your curses fail. Ms. Albanese, you are a witch, and this report is another page in your spell book. You have tried to curse Israel with lies and hatred, but your poison has failed. Every page of this report is an empty spell. Every accusation a charm that does not work, because you are a failed witch. Your words have no power, and your report will have no impact. Every time you try to curse us, the opposite happens. On July 3rd, you demanded sanctions against global companies, including some of America's largest, for working with Israel. 6 days later, it was you who was sanctioned by the United States, not for defending human rights, but for spreading hate and lies. You parade as a lawyer, yet hold no license to practice. Instead, you wrap your bias in the language of law, hoping it will hide what it really is: Hamas propaganda. You call Israel, the greatest threat to international peace and security, and for our suspension from every organization. Yet, it is Israel, the region's only liberal democracy, that is present in this room today. It is you, Ms. Albanese, who stands outside it. Mr. Chairman, after 2 years of war, Israel has paid a heavy price for a fragile yet vital ceasefire. Today, our living hostages are home. We are dismantling Hamas's terrorist infrastructure. We continue to fight for the return of 13 fallen hostages whose remains are still held in Gaza. Israel is not the obstacle to peace. Israel, together with our allies, is driving it forward. Ms. Albanese has devoted her energy to attack Israel, but her report shows that her campaign of defamation is expanding. Ms. Albanese attacked President Trump for what she called aggression, yet it was under his leadership that the Abraham Accords were signed, and his 20-point peace plan that laid the groundwork for today's ceasefire. Her witchcraft failed, diplomacy has triumphed. So now she directs her curses toward other nations, our allies, partners, and friends who stand for democracy and the rule of law. If her latest curse is to break the partnerships that sustain peace, to cut diplomatic, strategic, and economic ties, then we can only hope her witchcraft fails once again. May her curses continue to backfire, turning into blessings that build cooperation, develop alliances, and advance peace and prosperity. Through history, those who cursed the Jewish people only made us stronger. Their hatred never destroyed us. It reminded us who we are. No curse, no lie, no report will ever break the people or the state of Israel. We remain committed to ensuring the safety of our people, bringing all of our hostages home, and advancing genuine peace in the region. Thank you.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HT videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.